So this one might raise some eyebrows here. You know, we kind of hard pivoting away from relationships for a second, and we getting into this black and white thing. I don't know if y'all know who Charlie Kirk is, and he's always out debating with a lot of college students about, you know, what's going on in the presidency, what's going on with black and white, DEI, all this different shit. So he's debating a black student right now about reparations. So, let's get into it, bro.
You out here looking like Huey Freeman.
This nigga stupid.
That was it. Oh, mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, cool. Make sure everybody can hear me. What's going on, man? Doing all right. Welcome to Knoxville. I'm up here for one purpose. My buddy is a friend of yours. He lives up in White Pine, and he wants me to have this discussion with you because me and him had this discussion this weekend. What are your thoughts about reparations for Black people specifically, and like Black Americans specifically? What is your
very much against?
Very much against. Can I ask why?
Well, first and foremost, I don't believe that we should ever pay monetary damages to people where nothing bad happened to them, just because they are related to a group of people where something bad happened to them.
Okay, so
because it separates the idea. Let me just finish, and then I'll throw it back to you. Absolutely. Our justice system, when properly understood, is about individuals receiving justice, not tribes or groups receiving justice.
All right. Also, I want to state that just because I am a Black man, I do not speak for all Black people. So I'm just this.
I like this guy. You should give it up for him.
Just want to say it for the record. I'm speaking for myself. So all right. So definitely hear you on that. And even for me, when it comes to reparations, for me personally, I don't believe that it should be a check. I think that reparations can look like many different things, whether it's like investment in institutions, you know, more like, you know, better schools, hospitals, all that kind of stuff. So my question to you is like, so since you are against reparations, would you say that we should be against? Would you be for outlawing like inherited wealth? Does that make sense?
Well, I'm not for outlawing that. And those are two different things.
Can I explain my point though? All right, so my point to that is that so what I hear for the argument against reparations is that Black people today, obviously we weren't there, you know, for slavery, segregation, all of that kind of stuff. So we've done nothing to deserve that, because all the people who should have gotten it, actually not even probably, who should have gotten it, are, you know, either long gone or whatever. Now there's still some who are still with us today, but that's a conversation for another day. But my point is that so inheritance and inherited wealth is something that, you know, the great grandfather, whatever, is passed down. Homeboy who is here today did nothing to deserve that multi-billion-dollar business, but he gets it because of his bloodline. Correct? Is that how it?
Yeah,
that's how inheritance works, right?
Yeah, no, like Bronny James is going to get $1 billion.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. Sorry. Great example. So what I'm saying is that what I'm trying to say is that I believe that reparations in and of itself, one, I don't think that the argument is formed right, and two, I believe that, you know, it's kind of a reverse inheritance, if that makes sense, where it's like where it's like, you know, yes, Black people's, like me personally, yes, I did not have to suffer through Jim Crow, slavery, or whatever, but all those choices that were made in those times have gotten necessarily me to where I'm at now.
Got it. So let me tell you where we have a difference of opinion.
Okay, absolutely.
So we as conservatives tend to underemphasize this idea of many legacies of suffering. Mm-hmm. Whereas people on the left, not saying you're on the left, but the other perspective.
Definitely not.
No, for sure. But that's fine. No, that's fine. Let's just say the other side of the argument tend to emphasize that you are stuck because of something that happened to you many generations prior. We believe, absent very unique circumstances in the United States of America, that is almost never true. For example, we think every individual should be judged by their own actions, their own character, and their agency. Now, let's play this out, though. You're acting as if, not you, but let's say the argument, because you're coming after this in a great way, there's been no money sent Black America the last 60 years. Mm-hmm. We have spent over $25 trillion on Black America in 60 years, and Black America's poorer than before we started. Mm-hmm. We're talking about Medicaid, food stamps. Right. We're talking about schools, public housing. The issue is not the amount of money. Mm-hmm. The issue has instead been a couple things. Number one, it's been the downfall of the Black family. The world is waking up to the power of gold. National.
Let's skip ahead.
Hey, but didn't we touch on this last week?
We sure did.
We already got the reparations and it got repoed.
But Kay is here, so she has her, you know.
All right.
Yep.
All the Black family. Just some numbers super quick. Is that in 1964, right before the passage of the Civil Rights Act, 75% of Black youth had a dad around. Now it's 25%.
Before we jump in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Listen, this channel is for people who want to have real conversations, no fluff, authentic, where we talk about money, mindset, and relationships and everything else under the sun, as long as it gets back to the money and how we can level up in life. Now, let's be real. Subscribing to this channel helps my content reach more people, which gets me closer to monetization so I can continue to keep giving you high quality content. Now, if you rock with that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Let's get back to the video.
So only 25%. So 1 in 4 kids have a dad around. We have black dads are no longer a big part of young kids' life. It's a very big problem that has huge ramifications. Then finally, on the reparations argument, it comes into just more like concrete questions. Where do you draw the line? Who defines it? And also, why would you tax, for example, somebody like me? My ancestors fought on the Union side of the Civil War. So I got to go pay more money, even though my ancestors did the right thing. No offense if you guys fought for the Confederacy. That's not trying to, drum up any, it's all good. We're all Americans now. I'm not, why should I have to then go pay for something that my ancestors did correctly? Finally, it's like, how do you prove it? Like, this is not your argument, but it's a hilarious contradiction. The very same people who tell you that voter ID is racist want all of a sudden Black America to prove that they're the descendants of slaves 7 generations ago. Like, let me go get my paperwork together. I thought it's racist to ask people for their paperwork. Anyway, the whole thing's crazy. But here's the more important thing that I think we can agree on. That we should have a opportunity colorblind compact. We need to have school choice in this country so kids can go to better schools and have more mobility. Number 2, reconstitute the Black family. And finally, this is one that you might agree on because you're not a liberal, is that we need to no longer import foreigners that are going to undercut the wages of workers of all races, especially Black Americans.
I agree.
And so what we've done is we imported Nicaraguans and Guatemalans to come take low-wage labor, and we didn't want to pay our own Americans those jobs. So final thoughts on those points.
Also, great points. I would say that I am with you for the idea of a colorblind society. I think it's a bit of a farce to say that colorblind society is something we should aspire to, but I think it's a farce to think that it doesn't exist, that race doesn't play a factor. I totally agree. Okay, and so
I will say it plays far less of a factor 10 years ago. It's playing more of a factor today.
Yes, I agree.
In a negative way.
Yes, I 100%. I mean, I think you had mentioned something about DEI like earlier, and I was like, for sure, like the way I agree with DEI in principle, but I think the way it's been instituted by our government and all the other institutions is completely wrong. So, because for me, it's not about seeing color; it's how you treat color. Does that make sense?
Everyone's going to see color. And
exactly,
you're right. And so it's an ideal that is admirable, being colorblind.
Right.
The problem with what we were promised with the Civil Rights Act, we were promised a colorblind society. We now have a color obsessed society. And it's a breakdown of that promise. Instead, the country I grew up in, at least, was like, yeah, you're Black, but it doesn't matter. It's not the most important thing. Instead, it's, are you a good person? How do you act? How do you treat other people? Are you a Christian? Like, what is your worldview? I want to get back to that. Of course, we're still going to see differences, but I want to de-emphasize them to a place where we look at each other as fellow human beings and fellow American citizens. Thank you so much,
Absolutely
man.
All right. So Kay, what's your thoughts? I saw you shaking your head. What's your thoughts?
Black people will never get reparations. It's never going to happen. I don't even know where to begin. White people will never pay any money out of their pocket. We will never get a chance to catch up. And the whole purpose of the DEI was to allow people to have equal advantage or equal opportunity. And I think that's the only thing that Black people could really ask for, which we haven't. And after this presidency, it's probably going to be even harder for us to get. And I don't even know where you guys want to go with this conversation, but it's a lot to unpack here.
So do you think was DEI a crutch for Black people, or do you
DEI wasn't only for Black people. DEI was for all types of
women,
people with disabilities, and it's about giving people the equal opportunity who needed assistance in some area so that they can be successful. So it's not just for Black people. And I think that's the issue. And that's kind of what was clouding the whole purpose of DEI, is that people immediately assumed it was for Black people to have more opportunities. And it did not just serve Black people.
Well, across the board, do you think the more people that got hired under DEI, do you believe that they were qualified versus the other individuals who actually were qualified?
Yeah, you're supposed to be qualified. You're supposed to be qualified for the position, but if you need additional assistance, then you would get that, right? So you would still have to be a qualified individual to get a job in a call center. But if you have back problems or you have neck problems or whatever, they're going to purchase what's ergonomical for you so that you could be successful in your role. So you still have to qualify regardless in order to get a position. But this was just an opportunity for you to have more. So if you are partially blind and you need a huge monitor, the purpose was so that you could have a huge monitor. If you were a mother and you needed a room to go pump, then you were provided a room to go pump. So it was supposed to be an opportunity for everyone to be successful in whatever it is that they're doing.
So using that, so you saying that falls under DEI?
That does fall under DEI. What also falls under DEI is the understanding that we're going to respect each other and we're going to understand each other's culture, and we're going to celebrate each other individually, who we are. And it's not going to be colorblind. We're going to see all the colors. We're going to accept all the colors. We're going to work with the colors together, because the more you collaborate, the better you are. And that's kind of where DEI came in.
Well, when you look at DEI, that's exactly what it's doing. It's looking at the color. It's looking at the everything else that's going on, versus taking away DEI. Now it's, listen, I don't care if you're white, black, green, orange. I don't care if you're disabled, whatever. But as long as you can do the job and you can do your job effectively, that's what this is now. Versus,
but we're not going to help you, and we're not going to help you succeed either. We're not going to help you with that. That's why
would you want to get the help when it's free for all? It's like, listen, whoever the best, let the best man win. Because
if you're disabled, that means you can't be successful because you need more help. Right?
Let me
no. Then you have to go through additional struggle to be able to land the job. That means not having DEI means there's no equal opportunity in a sense.
They was doing all that before DEI though. Like even the disabled, when they was in Walmart being,
so that's different. That's different specifically. But DEI was so that you would understand that you're going to work with everybody, that there's going to be respect for Indians and Mexicans and Black people and white people, and everybody's going to come together. And there was teaching on this to change the mentality about it. That was the purpose of it. So that everyone feels included, so that everyone is included.
Everybody don't belong.
Do you think that your theory was actually practiced? Well, not your theory, but the theory of DI. Do you think it was in practice at a large scale? At a larger scale that it made effect?
Yeah. For the companies that took it seriously. I mean, there's plenty of companies who did not adapt to it at all.
Right.
I think DEI was more for like transgendered, more like, people who just drag, just different people.
I mean, the data statistics, they got data statistics that show that who benefited from the most and what group benefited from the most. I understand you got disabled, you got this and this, that, and the third, but it is supposed to be for Indians and everything, but white women were the largest consumer of DEI. It's all documented, because if you didn't document the DEI initiatives, then you would get deemed as a company if you didn't go by the rules and regulations. It's literally a quota. But white women benefited the most. And we didn't, as Black people, we didn't benefit, not even at the top two.
Because they didn't, because they took advantage of it. They knew about it. They pulled all the strings and did all the manipulating they can do to get that.
So that's why I was saying I think that's the reason why Courtney was asking those questions, because once again, when us as Black people, we fight for certain things and all that stuff, they throw stuff to us to bite, and then it gets swept from up under us, and then everybody benefits from it from us. And I think that's the reason why it loses to this reparations situation, because who is to say, okay, they say they do going to get us reparations. The same thing is going to happen.
There's going to be loopholes and regulations, and where they're going to get the money from.
What is going to happen is the $2 Indians. You know the history about that.
$2 Indians.
Yes, after the Indians were not set free, but it was a situation where you could sign up and you would be a citizen because you was here, and you can sign up and be actually inside the census of America, and you can list yourself as a Indian American. What happened was they had the same loopholes, and you had a lot of white people paying $2 to become a citizen. That's the reason why you be seeing all these white people at these reservations, and you be like, I get you're not Indian. But they're in the census, it shows that they are. But the lineage goes so far back, they can say, well, they probably intermarried and everything of that nature. So you really can't, and right now everybody got a little something in them for somewhere. So that's the situation. I think that's why we're alluding to the whole reparations situation. I kind of agree with the young man of how it should be in historical Black institutions, but as far as how that looks, I don't know, because I just don't want that same thing to happen if we know what kind of country we live in. Like if we, and that's not even my mindset, but if this is what we saying, we live in this institution of America, who is this? I'm just going based off that logic. I necessarily don't believe it, but we say this all the time as Black people. Who is to say they won't do the same loophole stuff? So, and we don't benefit.
The money.
But at the same time, I think Ross spoke to this last time as far as what happened. A portion of us did get reparations, but at the end of the day, what happened was we got the mule and all that stuff. Everybody didn't get it, but the majority of the ones that did get it, they still had to operate those fields and everything of that nature. And what happened was white people actually they created an economy around that and said we would have to rent out the mules, and we have to rent out the machinery. We have to rent out the carriages to go into town to sell. And when Black people came in to sell it, they gave us cheaper prices than others. So it's always going to be this thing that we always going to complain about something.
But my thing is, we want reparations, right? And a lot of people that want the reparations ain't got no hustle.
No.
Somebody drop money off in your lap. What you gonna do with it?
I'm going out tonight.
Exactly. That's the thing. Somebody hit the lotto right now.
Not me necessarily, but I see what you're saying, though.
No, but that's the thing. Somebody hit the lottery right now. Whatever release on the Jordans is coming out on Friday, they copping that. They copping the Louis belt. They finna go get a box Chevy with a half-blown motor and put some sixes on it so they can go stun around the hood. And come Monday morning, you over there sitting with all the shit that you can stare at, and you still ain't got no value to your name. Ain't nobody finna go start no business. Y'all done complained about motherfucking Black Wall Street. Ain't nobody tried to rebuild this shit.
It's gonna be back a bunch of record labels starting.
We done had Sean John, no Diddy. I mean, he going through what he going through. We done had Sean John. We done had G Unit Wear. We done had Fat Farm and Baby Fat and all this other stuff. Y'all don't rock that shit no more. Y'all want Balenciagas and all this other stuff. So every time y'all even get money, y'all go spend it in another community. So what the hell the reparations finna do for you? Y'all talking about the hood getting gentrified. Ain't none of y'all saved up no money to even get a damn corner block in the hood while it's being gentrified to say, okay, we at least still got a cornerstone in the new hood. So what is we really talking about?
Gonna use that money because she don't want to be in H&M.
The CIA gave you reparations. They taught y'all how to cook crack. Y'all blew that.
A mess.
I mean, if we want to come from both sides of the street, everybody want to praise Frank Lucas and all these other people with these films. Everybody want to go watch Snowfall and look at Franklin Saint, but y'all blew that. when y'all was getting the money, didn't nobody go build no 500 unit apartment complex. Y'all went right back to the hood to go stunt in the Lambo with the doors up and 32 gold chains. Then when y'all get arrested, the damn cops over here playing with y'all shit, divvying it up with their families. Half y'all shit in their safes.
It's gonna be that episode off of the Dave Chappelle show when he showed they got reparations and how the whole New York, he was like, hold up, excuse me. There's been 350 record labels started in the last hour.
Yeah.
I mean,
Feels like escalating just went up.
I know when we get online, we talk of the worst of the worst. So it's not everybody, but shit, we drop reparations off on the block right now. Motherfuckers shooting a dice game. It's gonna be another Offset type shit. They go down.
Oh, the YN's gonna get all that money, bro.
Boy, are they? You see how they did PPP? That was reparations. They blew that.
Yeah.
So get on the hustle. And with the DEI topic, I don't understand why DEI was so detrimental to everybody's health. My mom came here from Jamaica. I ain't never seen her apply to a job that she wanted, that she was qualified for, and she ain't get it. Since the 80s. So, no, you don't need special programs in place for you to get in XYZ. And I get what Kay was saying, like, oh, you know, make all these leeways for the handicap, but I can't even say that because a handicap here want to fucking be on assistance just like people on Section 8 of food stamps. They don't got the wherewithal to go to work and actually go do something. I traveled to France one time, and it was a dude look like a damn cucumber off VeggieTales sitting on the counter. He was working TSA. He had no arms, no legs, but he was at work. They didn't make no accommodations for him. They just threw him on the table and told him to stare at the screen.
No, knock it off.
I'm dead ass serious. So when we come here and the motherfucker get their pinky toe amputated and think that, oh, because my pinky toe amputated, now I need, you know, a stairway to heaven just to get in the front door at work. Like, no, you're not special.
So I want to answer this question real quick. So
right.
Magnetar says, to that, why does it seem like Black Americans are the only ones told to forget the past, but we, including Black Americans, were also told to never forget 9/11? So just a short answer that I would give to that is, I don't think it's necessarily the fact that they tell us to forget the past, you know, what happened to Black people back then, but a lot of Black people today use it as a victim mentality. Oh, well, this happened to us 400 years ago. Like, you haven't gone through it, but what happened in 9/11 is what brought Americans back together. It was gave you that sense of pride. Like, nah, bro, I'm an American too. This shit happened over here on our soil. So I think those two are two different things to compare.
Well,
so,
here goes my thing with that.
Go ahead.
So the thing is, how can you start moving towards the future and planning towards the future if you don't learn from the past? Right. The problem is nobody's learning. We're all just sitting at the round table complaining. Where's the learning? Where's the lessons from it? Okay, right. Boom. People are racist. Whoop-de-fucking-do. We know that. How do we navigate around the racism? Yeah, we already know. Okay, in XYZ town, if the street lights come on, don't get caught in that town. We know how they moving. Right. But if that's the only town that buy your products, then hey, first thing at the crack of dawn, you know where to pull up to sell your products. They're gonna smile with you 9 to 5. It's when 7 p.m. hit that you got to get up out of there. Fact. But nobody's putting a plan together to move forward. And I mean, I get it. On the other end, you're gonna have people in the comments later on talking about, oh, this ain't your fight, you not FBA, whoopty whoopty whoop. I don't give a fuck. When I get pulled over, them cops don't ask if you FBA. Right. They just see a brown man in the steering wheel. Yeah. So we all gotta fight together. He was talking about the reparations right now. So are you saying that these deportations ain't reparations then? If all these people's getting all your jobs for the low and they getting them up out of here? Because y'all still ain't gonna apply to them jobs. I done seen some of the TikToks. I done seen some of the people on X talking about, they deporting the people that actually work. You black as all get out. Why you don't want to work? You supposed to just sit at home and money just supposed to come to you, but these people supposed to go break their back. Like, why you don't put your 2 to 5 years off in the field and become something?
They didn't get rid of the problem is they ain't getting rid of the white immigrants. They're the ones that got the money that we looking for, right? So they taking our jobs. They need to go too. They taking the better jobs at
You
that.
talking about the Jews? You talking about Jews?
Nah, they talking about the people that
White
overstay their
immigrants
visas.
that are here illegally, just like the Mexicans and everybody that's brown.
They be staying over their visas, so they be coming from Europe and all that stuff.
They don't stay up with their visas. They're illegals just like everybody else.
Yeah, send their ass off too.
Nah,
If
they
you're illegal, send them to
getting them out. They getting them out. They just
That's what I'm
deported
saying. That's what I'm
somebody.
saying. So send
Yeah.
them out too.
I ain't seen that.
Everybody hyper fixates on their own self identity. All these Mexicans are mad because they Tia and they Tio getting deported back to Mexico. I just ran across a podcast the other day. It was a dude on the podcast. He said he just barely became a citizen like 2012, 2013, and he got deported 2-3 times and had to sneak back in the country. And the whole time he was sneaking back in, his paperwork was still in processing.
Yeah.
So yes, some of these people aren't violent offenders or whatever, but at the end of the day, when a law is to get enforced and the law is the law, it just is what it is. If you really like that, come back. If ain't nobody got no beef with you, shit, they'll look out for you when you come back.
I just put it like this, bro. When the pandemic hit, even before the pandemic hit, I used to have this similar mindset, right? And majority of people that was talking about reparations, DEI, looking at the past, why we can't forget the past and all that type of stuff, how we've been mistreated. They had a head start and everything. All this, I'm hearing all this stuff, and it just didn't compute with me. Majority of people, I'm saying in the last 6 years, majority of people that was on that stuff, I done seen how they live right now, and they in the same place, doing the same stuff. Me, I had a different mentality. I said, I'm not going to be a victim no more. This, that, and the third. I'm about to push myself. I had got me a mentor to do some mind shifts and stuff and everything of that nature. And where I'm at right now, I'm doing better than most of the white people that had a head start. So my thing is, when I made that mind shift and I'm at where I'm at and I'm doing better than most of the white people that did the head start. Not saying the rich ones, I'm just saying like the average American, I'm doing better than the average American and everything. I say that is the reason why. It's not that we have to look at the past. We just like what Ross said, learn from it and say, you know what? Can't nobody tell me what I can do. That's what I hear all the time. I can't do nothing because they gonna mess stuff up and they just gonna take what they want and everything. I have never had that happen to me. I done got what I wanted every time.
But folks don't even try.
They don't even try. Majority of these guys, when I was in the pandemic, I had lost my job. I was learning Excel, right? Courtney know this. I was learning Excel. We was talking about what we doing and all this stuff. I was being proactive. Everybody else was drinking, catching up on shows. I indulged a little bit, but my main focus, I'm like, I'm gonna be straight after this pandemic. And I end up getting a job in the pandemic.
Facts.
And now where I'm at today, I'm doing pretty damn good. Majority of people that were just sitting there kicking it got their $200. I didn't even get the $200 that they said those them payments. I didn't even get them. Majority of them people are in the same place.
You know, motherfuckers getting fired between that time because they get more unemployment than they were making at work.
No, that's impossible.
But that's
during the pandemic. During the pandemic, yeah, they were getting like, I think they were getting like, I want to say like $1,600 every week or some shit. Like, it was something crazy.
But that's the problem.
I'm just saying, bro, like it's like we gonna like a lot of these people that be doing these think pieces about that stuff and everything. They get off, log off, and they go fuck off and don't do shit.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
They close their laptop. They put their phone on their iPhone charger that don't charge fast. And because it's gonna be dead in 10 minutes because that's why it's always on the charger, you know what I'm saying? and look, after they do stuff on TikTok and YouTube and say this and this, that, and the third, they don't be doing nothing. They don't be paying no rent. I just saw a video of this lady said her kid could not get a job because it's gonna mess up her Section 8. Real talk.
Yeah, but see, there goes the thing though. Everybody want to shine, ain't nobody with the friction.
Fact.
That part.
When you was creating things, you got woodworkers, right? You look at a log, you might be like, shit, I'm cold. I'm finna throw that in the damn furnace. They might look at him and be like, shit, I'm finna turn this motherfucker into a beaver and sell it for $1,400. So you both had the same opportunity. One of you burnt it and squandered it off. The other one created greatness and kept it pushing. It's 2025. Everybody get on God's good old AOL internet over here and be yelling up and down about, oh, you know, ain't no stay at home this and whoop de whoop that, whatever. It's 25. I got a stay at home wife. Because I go out and hustle and do what the hell I got to do. Everybody on the line talking about, 50-50, I won't submit, I won't do this, I won't do that. Like, no. That's the problem. None of y'all are trying to see how you can learn from the mistakes of others, come together and put your willpower together and move forward. And it's not everybody. I mean, I see my boy Magnus are in the chat, you know. He said he still go out there and he go get to it.
Cooking.
And there's a lot of people like that, but the problem is the people that got the microphones, a lot of the people that got the microphones that people tune into are the ones that ain't doing shit.
Facts.
Yeah, I was just making a general statement.
Ain't nobody over here listening to us. Ain't nobody trying to go listen to Anton Daniels. Ain't nobody, you know, everybody want to go sit up over there on my boy O'Shea Duke Jackson and laugh about the Dusty folk, but they gonna do the same thing that they doing on the Dusty News Network. Yep. You over here like, oh, homie just got arrested for messing with this shorty, but she thick as hell. You sliding in her DMs and you seen her on the Dusty News Network and you thought you was gonna get a different outcome. Like, come on, man. And a lot of these white people, a lot of them ain't really racist. A big misconception in America is a lot of these people ain't racist. A lot of them are just classist. Like, yeah, color or whatever. And, you know, back in the day, they used to think it was dirty this, dirty that. Go on TikTok and Twitter right now and look at all these deportation videos. And you see a lot of these people talking about how the brown Mexicans and the white Mexicans don't get along. So, yeah.
That's across the board.
Black folk and white folk.
Yep.
So, these people, the lighter skinned Mexicans, think that they better than the darker ones. They, in their words, they think those are the field niggas. And these people thought that they was white until Trump came through and was like, the way y'all paperwork set up, all of y'all don't speak English. So
y'all made a good point. Y'all made a good point because he said, like, yeah, you have people that fought in the Union. Like, that was up north and they fought in the Union against the Confederacy. So it's like we want a bunch of all white people together, like everybody owned slaves. I think only like 2 to 3% of I don't know the percentage, but it was like it's a very, very small group of people that own slaves, even though it was a lot. But like you got to think about on the over there in California and all that stuff, and up north, they didn't have that.
But there was a black dude on YouTube. It was a white dude that went to it was somewhere in the South, and this dude grew up on like a plantation or whatever. And then when he got older, slavery had ended, whatever. And I guess I think his name was like Booker T or something. But he went up to like Washington or Portland or something and learned welding. And he was like, shit, I was like one of the only black people up there. But you know, once the white folks saw that, you know, I'm here to work and I ain't with the preconceived notions they have in the back of their head. He was like, they was putting me on.
Man, I said this before.
You shucking and jiving, bro. You shucking and jiving for the white man.
I said this before though, bro.
I don't give a damn what it is. At the end of the day, if you worried about the white man and that's what's gonna keep you in your house still scrubbing them damn dusty ass white Air Force Ones that's off white now with that toothbrush, that's on you. I'd have made it to the point where I could buy a pair of Air Force Ones every week.
Here's the thing, though, Rob. A lot of people, the opportunities are out here, bro. They're limitless, and the thing is, a lot of people aren't resourceful. They just want to be stuck in their bubble. A lot of motherfuckers, like you said before, a lot of people are just fucking lazy. They don't want to get out there. They don't want to get out the mud. They don't want to do the fucking work. All of this, just give me, which is why y'all see the tag, earn, not giving. You earn your shit. You go, if you want something, you go fucking get it. Put in the fucking work and you will get it. Stop waiting on the government to give you something. Stop waiting on the white man because the white man gonna give you shit. Them niggas out here struggling just like everybody else. That's the thing. That's the issue.
Y'all keep on listening to Roland Martin. He gonna have you in the same place for as long as he have his YouTube channel.
Hey, that's a them problem.
Roland Martin is the worst, bro. Like he literally was arguing with a young man that started a school He said, we finna do for self. We finna make action. We finna impact everybody right now. He was arguing with a young man and called him an idiot.
Yeah, see, I can't get behind that.
Yeah.
Call him an idiot because he's saying, like, we finna, yeah, y'all people that want to vote, y'all go ahead and do that. We working on two fronts. Y'all go vote, but right here, we out here, we doing the work in the streets and everything. This man Roland Martin called him an idiot.
Yeah, but that's the problem. They call them idiots and stuff. Shoot, if I want to learn about photography right now and I don't know nothing, I know I can hit up Slimmy. He gonna put me on game.
And lock in for 6 months. Lock in for 6 months straight.
If I want to know some stuff in the tech field, I could tap in with your car. Your car be on here teaching people with Tech Coach Ralph all the time. I don't see them streams lined up filled with people.
Right.
But let Michelle Obama go talk about how, she didn't want to have no son because she don't want another little Obama. Y'all go eat that shit the fuck up.
They gonna do this.
Michelle done make it. Clock that T. No. I'm sorry. No matter what you think about sis done made it. They done got in the White House and left and got $3, $4, $5 million homes now. Okay. You still fighting out the damn sandbox that got mud in it. You in quicksand. So you need to find somebody who is standing on solid ground that's gonna pull you out that quicksand before you even have time to be sitting back and getting entertained by all this other bullshit. Everybody want to watch Baddies and Bad Girls Club and Real Housewives. And no, the time you wasting doing that, figure out how to go get some real money. Because at the end of the day, the real DEI that I'm seeing is all y'all some DEI entrepreneurs. And everybody motherfucking entrepreneur and CEO of their imagination, and don't nobody got nothing tangible to show for it.
Now listen to this, bro. Listen to this, bro. The average net income, net revenue of all black business, all of them, is $19,000.
That's
with
crazy.
an average of 2 employees. Now there are people that's doing good and everything of that nature, but everybody want to be a boss. So you got all these influx of LLCs that's really not a business. It's just a you're just self-employed. But they got that's their side, they treat it as a side gig. So somebody lying. Everybody ain't no boss. Just because you get an LLC, I'm doing the work. No, if you listen to anybody that owns a business, whether you're a black woman or you're a black man, they be like, yo, it's a different beast when you have your own business.
Yep.
You working more hours. I'm gonna be a boss and set my own hours up. No, you working for your employees.
Yep.
Man,
so all that stuff, somebody lying. So that's the reason why I don't even be listening to it. I got a friend that owned a DNA testing company, and he was like, Clem, I used to have that super Uber entrepreneur thing and this, that, and third. He still love it, but he in the weeds. He got employees, he got all that type of stuff. He got a building. He was like, yo, I know you want to be an entrepreneur, dog. Just get you a side gig, dog. You good at Excel, you good at data analysis. Just do that. Because you can do that, you got your benefits, you don't have to worry about all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, that it ain't for everybody. Just having an LLC is just not enough. You got so much stuff you got to do. But they'll play Sims all day.
Man, but here's the thing, though, bro. Most and here's
Sim players,
the bigger part, though, bro. Most millionaires come from 9 to 5s anyway. That's what because everybody talk about millionaires being a multi-millionaire, but they don't know how to invest their money. They don't know how to negotiate for a higher wage. They don't know how to do none of that shit. They don't know the proper way to save their money. And so they don't look for that. They just look, I just want my cash. I'm gonna put my shit under the mattress. Like, nah, bro, there's ways to make money. If you want to own your business, guess what? You can buy stocks and you can do it, and you can play the long game, and you can become a business owner. You can own a portion of Nike. You can own a portion of any business that you want to, but you just got to learn how to do it. And there's people out here teaching you how to do it, but you just don't want to get off your ass and learn.
You don't want to do Instagram though. Everybody wants
and that's the thing. It ain't even Instagram. That's the thing. You ain't even got to learn it from Instagram. You just learn it from other individuals. Like myself, I learned it from somebody else who's doing it, and I've been doing it. And so it's helped me grow my income. And so the reason I haven't put it out there yet is just simply because I haven't reached a certain milestone yet. But it's working for me, the person that I learned it from. but I won't put that information out there because it's Patreon level type shit.
Yeah,
right?
But that's the thing though. You have the patience and the wherewithal to wait. Everybody got this instant gratification thing going. You know, they want their 15 seconds of fame.
That's on them though. That's their problem though. You know what I'm saying? So the solution is there, but that's their problem. So look, I gave you the solution. I tell you what to do. I tell you how to do. I can even show you and guide you where to go to get the information. It's on you to do it. So I can live it, like prime example. I can give you everything that I do right now, and I can put that information out here right now. Maybe a small percentage, if not, I'm probably gonna say a fraction of a percent is probably gonna actually take heed to that and do exactly what I just said. And that's the crazy part. And that's the reality.
And y'all black businesses, bro. Y'all black businesses. I got a beef with y'all. Not all y'all. Not the good ones. Not the good ones.
Oh yeah, you in Atlanta, so yeah, you fucked up. Yeah.
Hey, look. When I go to places, bro, do not say, "Hey man, support a black business," and then when I do it, you charge me like an arm and a leg, right? And another thing, y'all Atlanta restaurants, stop putting them purple flowers on my mac and cheese and charging me $80. And thinking that
what?
Dog, they be trying to decorate the mac and cheese and stuff, and they put a flower on it and your plate $80 goddamn dollars.
Hell no.
They get mad if you don't leave a good tip.
They want that instant. They want that instant money and this, that, and the third. That's the reason why in Atlanta, bro, they find a way to charge you for everything. You done charge for parking, gratuity, the meal,
man. You ain't never lied.
And they'll charge you a pickup fee, picking up your own food.
That's crazy.
10% pickup fee.
Yeah, Atlanta be scamming like a motherfucker. Boy.
You tell me I came and picked up the food and I gotta pay 10%.
That's a hate crime right there.
I'm my own Uber driver, Uber Eats driver.
But my thing is, why all these people getting LLCs and they main fucking means of transportation still got a check engine light on? You don't need your own shit to fucking be throwing shit on the LLC. Ain't nobody trying to take shit from you.
They ain't got no guidance, bro. Because I had my own business at once, but the pandemic killed it. I was doing marketing and sales, digital advertising and sales online, and I had 3 car dealerships, but the pandemic messed that up. But it was a lot of work, bro. A lot. I'm talking about. It was a lot, but I didn't have that mindset. I'm black. Come support me, dog. I went out there and got it, and I think that's the reason why I was moving so fast. I was getting 1 car dealership a month. I was cold calling. I was doing this. I ain't even asked my friends and family, "Hey man, support me because I got this." I ain't even do that, bro. I just went out and I said, "All right, I need to go cold call." And I cold call. I visited car dealerships and I got 3. And I was doing real good. But like I said, the pandemic. But that's if I was sitting there waiting on people to support a black business, I probably wouldn't even got them 3 customers because I'm waiting on. And then I turn around, man. If it was a white marketing company, y'all would have paid the money. I even tried to give some service to a black car dealership. They were like, "How about I pay you for each sale I get?" I'm like, "No, bro, you paying me." I done sat here and did over 20 hours of work to set up your whole marketing campaign, and you want me? What if your salesperson bad?
And they trying to nick and dime you on the back end. That's bullshit.
What if my salesperson bad? I mean, what if your salesperson bad and they can't sell the car? I'm giving y'all people, they just get in the car and he's sitting there kicking this shit with, dog, what car you looking for? You trying to get a Scat Pack? Nah, bro, you can't get it, dog. I'm pay me for my time. That's what you're gonna pay me for.
They're like, yeah, you don't make no money if I don't make no money. Yeah, that's
Exactly. No, bro. I do my job well, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna pay me, dog.
But then they don't even promote you and want you to promote them.
Right.
I mean, they got the same mentality as the damn fucking DoorDash and fucking Uber Eats joints.
Oh yeah.
With their big ass fucking tip. I'm like, yo, I just spent $20 on something that normally would cost me $10. You go to the fucking owner of the company.
I don't even use that shit, bro. I'd rather get in my car and go get that shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't do it when I've been drinking.
I ain't paying no $30 for no burger, bro.
To my phone on DoorDash?
Yeah, I just want some burger and
shit.
fries, and then boom,
Ain't
I just
no-
spent $30-$40 for some burgers and fries. Dog.
Nah, nigga, I'm paying that shit. Boy. My convenience, nigga, it's my convenience. I'm paying that. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'll pray for you, bro.
Listen, I'm paying that. Nigga, I ain't feeling good. Listen, if I'm chilling at the crib, I ain't gonna, nigga, I'm chilling in my own pajamas and shit. I just want me something to eat, some wings or something. I'm gonna go ahead and pay that $15-$30. Like, hey, it is what it is, bro. I ain't heard
I'm
no.
telling you.
And
Hey,
ain't
it's 1 a.m.
Ain't even about me penny pinching and nothing like that. It's just like, hey, fuck that. It's
You want me to be toxic right now?
Go ahead, bro.
That's what side bitches is for.
That's what who?
Tell your little yeah to pick it up and bring it over.
Yeah, man.
They'll do it too.
You like, yo, I'm sorry, you can't come in, but hey, thank you.
Just drop it on the mat. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look. Go ahead and get you something too.
Hey, but dead ass. Check this out though. The thing is, you know what the inside of your little yeah car look like. You know it's clean. I used to be a mechanic that worked in a shop.
Yeah.
Some of them cars that came in, and they had them Uber and Lyft stickers on them. Boy, don't even put my dead body in the trunk of that bitch.
Nah, I did valet in college, bro. I done seen the worst.
Yeah, nah, screw
I
that.
done seen the worst, bro. Valet in college, I done seen the worst.
At least my little jump off, I done already vetted her, and I know how she.
I'll pay that.
Oh. $80? You finna pay that?
It depends on what it is, though, bro. If I know the spot already expensive, I'm like, all right, I expect that if I go to this restaurant, I know I'm gonna be paying this much, so I expect this. But if you talking about fucking Taco Bell or some shit, now you talking about $80, and I ain't gonna pay that.
If I got a family and I'm gonna be spending a lot of money anyway, I'll probably do it.
Yeah.
I'll probably do it.
I'd
But
rather
me
be
by
in
myself,
traffic.
nah.
Shit, me by myself, I'm still paying it. Man, I'm not finna listen, bro. My convenience matters more than how much I'm spending. I ain't gonna hold you.
No,
I mean, right
I
now-
tell you,
Nigga, if I'm chilling watching a
it's
good
dope
movie,
now. They got an option where they just leave it at the door.
yeah, you feel me? Like, just leave it at the door. I pick it up. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I got me a drink.
You get $2.
I'm already feeling it. I'm buzzing. I ain't finna get in the truck and drive.
Yeah,
I'm chilling.
wait till them homeless people realize that they leaving food at your doorstep.
I'm out there before the lights even leave, bro.
I got camera.
Sniff the chicken grease. Yeah, that shit finna be gone.
I got camera.
You see that house right there? Free food, dog. I'm telling you. Free food. Go ahead and get you one.
I don't come over here.
Me telling you that information. Let me get $4.
Like, yeah, every Tuesday he go live on Banter and Barter. He order that food. He gonna be preoccupied.
Don't
he be
do
having
that.
some liquor in now too.
Gonna be like right before he cut his camera off. Make sure you snatch that plate.
Don't do that, and they gonna feel something hot, and they gonna don't do that.
They say I got my Ring camera. I see your ass.
I got the Ring camera. I can see you coming as soon as you pull in. So you walk up in, he's gonna catch you. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'll be at the door waiting for you.
That's funny.
Do it. She said, "No, I'll wait tomorrow to eat." Nah, hell nah. When I want my food, I need it now. You understand me? I need my food. But now, man, any final thoughts on tonight's show?
I think it was a good show today, man. Good having a woman perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of
shout out to Miss K.
Miss K, appreciate you being patient and because technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, man. That was on me.
So it's all of y'all every week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Problem.
Every Tuesday. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We looking for a consistent woman to be on here too on every Tuesday too. You know what I'm saying? We testing the field out. See who gonna rock with us and who's gonna be consistent. You know what I'm saying?
We wasn't too toxic, were we?
No, y'all are good.
It's gonna get worse. But I'm just saying they were just being nice today.
Right there, Raw problem.
What?
Number one, Raw.
Oh, Raw.
Raw. I was saying, I said, I'm chilling.
Hey,
went wrong.
Hey, well, hold on. You better watch out. Kim in her submission stage right now. Wait till the real one come out.
Depends on the topic.
Wait till the real come out.
Man, somebody got to keep it real on the internet, man. I'm tired of these damn talking points. That's all I'm saying.
I feel that. I agree with that 1,000%. This is the place you're gonna get it. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's on this place you're gonna get it. But no, man, I appreciate everybody for tapping in with us. For those people who was rocking with us, I appreciate y'all. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell.